that big stand there usually stops the breeze, but at the moment, Carlton are going into the breeze.
Warnock nicely tapped to Murphy, who had an outstanding game last week. To the 50. Here's an opportunity for Garlett. He goes for home, and Garlett's drilled it. Blues off to a perfect start. Jeff Garlett, one of the Mosquito fleet, has fired straight away, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Carlton.
And that is the noise that the Carlton players want to hear. There's a little bit of silence around Patterson Stadium. It's their small forwards with leg speed that the Eagles' defence are going to be concerned about. Jeffrey Garlett's lightning, his first contest he went at, probably not one he wanted to remember, but that is...
As always, cool in the crisis and classy with the finish. Beautifully done out to the wing. There's a couple of Blues there. One of them is Walker.
Now he has good targets here as he goes long. 2-on-2. Ellard at the fall, but beaten to it by a desperate Embley. Butler getting back. Betts into his back. I'd have thought not paid. Betts a chance. Thornton kicks the goal.
I was with you, Tim. My initial reaction was that it was a push in the back. Great contest from Embley. Great effort from Ellard. He got back up to his feet. Was this one a push in the back? No, good decision. Umpire let that go. I like to see the game umpired that way. The small forwards.
That'll be one of the instructions for the Blues this evening. Free kick to Warnock. So he loads a long kick inside 50. Working his way to the front was Walker. No mark. Quick handball out of the pack. Bodies flying everywhere. Picked up by Ellard. Off to Scotland. He can kick this. He does. Another one to Carlton. They got the first three. Murphy. Back to Ellard. Squeezes the kick out into the forward pocket. Selwyn over the top. Tackled by Joseph. Ball spills free. Here's Betts. Eagles swarm around and manage a stoppage, and it's a free kick going
Carlton's way.
to West Coast Eagles, or is it Carlton? It's to Carlton for a high tackle. And it's going to be taken by a man who's done a lot of good work in this first quarter, and that is David Ellard.
There's going to be some stress in the West Coast coach's box. I've got to go back to the fullback kicking, and Chris Sharon nearly ran himself into trouble, but they're being bold and they're being brave, and they've got a clear inside 50 again on the back of that unbelievably brave play from Yaron. Ellard gets a free kick, 4 goals to none it could be. He shouldn't miss.
13 goals, 7 this season. Doesn't mind a goal. Shouldn't miss from here, and doesn't.
Poor.
Carlton lead by 23.
Inside 50 for a period of time in West Coast to try and apply some pressure back the other way, and they'll be really happy they've got an opportunity to do it here.
Cox to Prittis, and maybe a push there, yes. Free kick to West Coast. Prittis will take it and kick from about 45 or a little more.
Just on his distance, isn't he? He's not the longest kick in the place, and he's already going to ground too. It's one of those 50-50s, isn't it?
It's just a little clumsy Carazzo. Probably didn't need to fall on his back. I hope the umpires are allowing the players some leeway with the advantage rule. It is so loud here, the players can't hear the whistle at all.
So the Eagles still after their first goal. And Prittis delivers it. Very good kick too to the leading Kennedy. Long way from home. It is a long ball.
Free kick.
And it'll go to Lacroix. It'll be a goal to Nikoski. Advantage call. The Eagles get their second.
An important goal for West Coast.
2 goals the difference. Cox, nicely done. To Scott Selwood, to Kerr. A rare clearance tonight for West Coast. Prittis kicks inside 50. Lynch works his way to the front and takes the mark.
And as you said, get it in that situation. Let them do the rest.
15-12 from set shots. Doesn't throw the glove away anymore, Quinton Lynch. Doesn't need to. Not with kicking like that. That is not going to be a goal, or is it? Carlton are claiming touched on the line. No, it's there. It's a goal to West Coast.
Scotland, both have taken hard hits early. Bit of defensive hand passes to Cox, to Hearn, very wide but precise. Nikoski and the Eagles.
Breeze is against him, but that grandstand at the back of the goals here, just protect that end a bit.
So to level the scores, and it is a very good kick. and it's made it. Two have just carried over the line, scores a level.
And now kick the last 4 goals in the game, West Coast. Only 3 of the third quarter. And have a listen to the crowd here getting involved.
It's a free kick. It's a free kick to West Coast. During the break, there has been an incident in the goal square. It's a free kick to the Eagles right in front of goal. Lots of argy-bargy. Jack Darling is the recipient. This will put West Coast in front, and listen to the crowd.
The West Coast players were reacting to Jeremy Laidler from Carlton after the last goal had been kicked. There's obviously some high contact that has been paid. A lot of remonstration with Laidler. 4 goals this quarter. All the West Coast Eagles have kicked the last 5 goals in the game, and what a massive momentum swing. That's the man they're going for. Let's have a look at it. So that might have been Davies, which is just silly.
Well, he's given away 2 free kicks in the goal scorer in this quarter. As young Marcus Davies at 20
with the overlap here, Thornton receiving and giving it back to Robinson. The pressure comes, Robinson absorbs it. Now Judd finding a way around and delivering brilliantly. Murphy will have a 3rd set shot at goal. Wrestle has swayed both ways. This to get them back into the vertical position. Runs out right, kicks straight, scores level. Shuey, Robinson got him. Umpire calling that on. Another chance for Shuey. He was within range. Better option, Nikoski for his 3rd goal. All in this quarter.
Robinson takes the mark. Not much on offer. Gives it to his captain. Off to Laidler. Laidler. Suo Halpin in front. Now a snap from Walker. Is good. Goal to Carlton. Kick to Adam Selwood. Oh, this is a good old-fashioned classic bruising final. Sudden death. Gaff was good to Cox, who loads up from 50. The big West Coast ruckman has kicked a monster.
It's a handy 6-goal straight to the Eagles, and it was a well-won ball, wasn't it? It was one. Everyone had a fair dinkum crack at it, and then the big fella, beautiful kick.
West Coast by 5 points after at one stage trailing by 23. Lynch, good kick. Free kick. Umpire thought about it and in the end decided to give the kick to Kennedy. So Kennedy from 15 metres out should put West Coast 11 points in front.
Yeah.
He thought about it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Just delayed the blow of the whistle.
Look, I mean, it's in the back, isn't it? I mean,
just shows why it's such a dangerous kick, though, doesn't it? You get the benefit of the doubt. You get a big forward in front, draws a free kick.
Kennedy for his first after that heavy knock early in the match. Goal. In for the boundary. That keeps it alive in the end. Off to Scott Selwood. Dishes off to Kerr. Oh, there's a breakdown here. No one in one half of the ground, so Kennedy marks and goes. He'll just go for a Hail Mary. He drives it long. It's not a bad effort. It bounces. It bounces into the goal square. It's still alive. Or is it? No, it's a point. It is a point to West Coast. A rush behind.
I think it might be a goal.
I think it's a goal. It crossed the line.
Yep.
So it's a goal to Kennedy.
The ball bounced over the line and was dragged back by an Eagles player, but it was a goal. Oh, wow.
So let's have a look. Here's the kick from Kennedy.
Watch it. I dead set saw it cross the line. He missed. Watch it here. It goes forward now. That's over the line. That's a goal.
So a goal, the Hail Mary work for Josh Kennedy.
It's one of the really interesting parts of this game is that the Eagles forwards, Kennedy looked like he was knocked out maybe to take no further part in the game. He's come on, he's kicked the last 2 goals, laid some tackles. Lynch looks more dangerous.
Considered that as a knee buckle. Kennedy virtually knocked out in the first quarter. Kicks a goal in extraordinary circumstances. The Eagles by 17 points. Still a chance for the Blues. Joseph before the bell pulls one back for Carlton.
There's the halftime siren. Great effort from Joseph. The Carlton players have got to get over.
Nat Nui in there. Judd for Carlton. They need a lift from him, but he's blazed and he's kicked it straight to Andrew Gaff, who is within range. And the first season player could go back, line it up and make a real hero of himself, or do the team thing and give it to Shannon Hearn, who just slams it through. Proverbial floodgates. Scotland to Simpson to Murphy. Needs to get rid of it. Does. To the biggest Blue out there, Warnock. That is a very good ball for for Betts, and he's got it.
And he's just put it in the right spot, and as a forward, you're able to use your body. Betts played it beautifully.
Don't the Blues need this? Kick it, and they're within 14 points. And Eddie Betts does the job.
Taken by Ellard, who drills it long. Not a great kick if you're kicking to small men. Somehow it finds the hands of Walker. This is a big kick. Walker for goal. Has got it. Massive goal for the Blues. To Carazzo. He's got a short on. He goes to Betts. Can't get there. Great spoil. Here's Hearn. Lost the handle on the football. Pouncing is Eddie Betts. Beautifully done. Off to Simpson. It's a goal to Carlton.
On the boundary line, he doesn't look well. He'll play on, but doesn't look well.
Well, the winner tonight has a very big ask of it next week. Kerr and Kennedy, always well positioned, reading it perfectly. A long way out, a long ball, a very long ball, the answering goal. Laidler trying to close, holds him up. Marston.
Just that
Eagles
kick
turn.
back there from Carazzo, Tim. A half volley to Garlett. Just another half a metre, and he's lining up for a shot at goal.
Wonder if Garlett might have waited back and hoped for a bounce. Geiger not
So
able to
good
prize
overhead.
that.
He's got great running capacity, and just watching his defensive pressure tonight. He hasn't had a lot of the footy, but worked really hard.
Just 5 kicks prior to this for the night. That's got a great shape about it, and it's a great result for the Eagles. He loves it. Liking what they're seeing right now. The Eagles with the first goal of the last quarter. 2.5 kicks in front. Kerr got himself into trouble there. Tui, hasn't the Irishman learnt this game? He could go all the way for the Blues. What an effort that is! Lacroix attacking it. Yaron having more influence since half-time for the Blues. Out the back door it comes.
Jeez.
Absolute red-blooded courage, and Kerr gets it to Prittis, who gives to Marston, and the Eagles are on the build. Henderson and Kennedy. Kennedy did very well. Embley, Lacroix from outside 50 feeds it in, and Darling, who kicked the first goal of the quarter, kicks another.
He's going to be a beauty, this man. What a debut season he's had. He's got tired a little bit in the second half of the year, but just real hard running. He's got great confidence in his ability, this man, Jack Darling. Plays like a man already in his first year. 3 goals in a big final at home.
Contested mark taken by Hearn. Hyon's the call. He's gone! Holding the ball. Advantage paid. Murphy weaves his way through. Kicks towards goal. Mark Murphy has nailed it.
Now Lacroix trying to get another one to carry over the fingertips. From outside 50, from outside the boundary line. Again, not quite there.
To Mark. Oh,
Not
nearly.
paid off the ground. McGinnity, the sub. Super sub.
He just pumps it long. Dygan's got the front posse. Should have been a free kick Carlton's way. None forthcoming. Dygan has another crack. Back of the pack. Handball comes out. Lacroix! Lacroix! That could be the sealer!
A little bit of wink there for Mark Lacroix. Just been able to force their way into a situation. The West Coast Eagles under great pressure from Carlton. Got to pay massive respect to what the Blues have been able to do, but right throughout the night it just felt as though they were going to have the answers. The West Coast Eagles.
To Joseph, who's got the lead on. He ignores that and drills it long. Back of the pack, McKenzie played it cleverly, and he mops up for West Coast. And it's a beautiful kick to Cox.
It's got a more turnovers on him.
A funny-looking disposal. O'Halpin for Ellard, and he can have a shot.
Oh, 50.
Well, you'd think so.
Yep.
And there is, so it becomes a certain goal.
I think he thought it was such a wobbly kick it was touched.
And the noise here at the stadium is so extreme that the players have generally got no idea what the call is. It had to be a 50, regardless of whether you heard it or not. You just can't dub a player after the goal. So a certain goal here to Ellard.
His second of the night, and Carlton is still alive. They need 3 goals. They have just under 6 minutes to get them. They've got to do everything right now. They've got to kick 3 goals in 3 minutes against an Eagle team which is doing everything it can to hold them. Toohey Blazers. Glass gets back. The bounce Fickle. Gallup goes. Blues still coming. 9 points in it. And just enough time for Carlton to work that miracle yet.
He said they had to do everything right. What about the ball bouncing right? Did it bounce right?
I've never seen a man pounce so quickly.
Yeah, but look, that's just amazing, isn't it? Back over head, the fickle nature of the kick, the ball, and the bounce.
That's Fizzy Park. The true believers are still believing.
They've had a good amount of time to set up this stoppage. I'm keeping my eye on Kate.
Gaff, long ball. Kerr from the side, no mark. Carazzo smashes it forward. Here's an opportunity for Murphy. Can't quite take the mark. Yaron onto the left. He shorts it. Here's an opportunity now to mark to Walker. Can't waste any time. Just got to go back and go bang.
Great set shooter. Kicked that winning goal against St Kilda in mid-season that Eddie had.
Andrew Walker. Is there another twist left in this tale? Walker has kicked the goal. He's kicked the goal. It could be an after the siren job. You never know. Eagles only by 3.
Look at Brett Ratton, who's saying, get everyone forward.
There's an Eagle down. Robinson throws it on the left. It's inside 50. Lynch is back there. He backed himself. He's wrapped up. He's tackled. Umpire says play on. Quick kick by Carlton to the tip of the goal square. Walker was being held. It's rushed through for a behind. It's 2 points in favour of West Coast. Walker wanted the free kick. Umpire said no.
Smothered by Laidler. The ricochet. Oh, Robinson's given his all, and he mightn't have any left. Shuey to Nikoski to young Gaff. The Eagles can kick the sealer. McGinnity running it. Out across the face, a behind, the better result for Carlton. Better that is than out of bounds.
We've been going 35.5 minutes. Got to be just seconds left. Tui's got to go down the guts. He kicks it as long as humanly possible. Setting himself is Lynch. And there's the siren. What a magnificent final. The Blues so brave.
but it's not going to be enough tonight. The Eagles are through to the preliminary final to take on the Cats. Lynch is going to have a shot from 60, and you never know. Carlton's defenders have lost all interest in the outcome. There won't be any resistance. The Eagles are home. They'll meet Geelong next Saturday afternoon.
Lynch. Long ball. What a magnificent game of Australian rules football.